Hi friends, thanks for joining me. It's Morag here, and today I have a process video for you using the September kits. And in particular, I shall be using the congratulations paper from the main kit and try and use that in a more interesting way than just a straight background. So I was trying to be clever and think about how could I use that paper effectively, and I decided to cut out the top section there to create an aperture, and inside that aperture I shall be popping in some flowers so that they poke out the top. Well, that's my idea anyway. And I'm scrapbooking a sweet photo for a friend, and it's a photo of a great grandmother and the great grandson, and it's such a sweet photo. It makes my heart sing, really. So to make things easier, because he is wearing a red top, I'm going to keep the background kind of more monochromatic. And so I'm going to take the opportunity to cover up some of the green squares and cover those with patterned paper. But picking papers really in the same lilacs and purples and pinks. I saw that the blue paper in the cardstock kit matched the lady's cardigan perfectly, so I thought that would make a perfect photo mat. And rather than just mat it in a square shape or a rectangular shape, I thought a tag shape would be a bit more interesting. So to make the most of that aperture, I'm using the embellishment pack from the main kit. And inside the embellishment pack there is some crepe paper, and rather than use the whole strip, I've just cut it in half because I'll only have a little bit poking out from behind the aperture. So as you can see, I'm just ruffling it as I glue it into place, and that will just add a little bit of texture and detail to that opening. And I really love the effect that it has. So it will just really give me a good basis to pop in the flowers from the top there. So I'm just going to use the leftover cardstock just to fill in that gap on my background, and it will tie in nicely then with the big tag. And most of it will be covered up anyway with the flowers, I think. So I've already cut the squares to size, so I just need to pick a number of patterns, just put them on kind of so they look random. And I was just careful to pick out the sort of the patterns that I liked, just to fill in those and add a little bit more interest, I think, to the background. I did see a video by Miss Carrie recently where she uses paper and then did lots of careful hand stitching. So I really tried to do something a bit different because I think I would have done exactly the same, only hers was so much better. So to fill on that left hand side, I'm going to do some stenciling. And I'm going to use a stencil actually that came in a colour kit last year. So I really love the colour kits because you do receive tools and items in there that you'll just keep forever. So excellent value for money, I think. So I've just picked something with a lacy pattern, a small pattern then that I can move about the page and just fill in the gaps on that paper. And it's just really to add a little bit more interest and detail. I'm using a very small blending brush, which I find the easiest. But if you have one of those finger daubers, that would work fantastic. Just because it allows me to be quite precise with where I am stenciling. So as you can see, I didn't really need to mask off the pattern paper at all. But if you don't have something quite so precise, you could make yourself a mask with post-it notes or some copier paper. So I'm really liking how that looks, and I've picked out one of the cards from the Pocket Life kit, again because the colours match perfectly, and I'll just double mount that tag, and then rather than trim off the bottom, I'm just adding a nice deep border. Oh, it's such a cute photo, isn't it? So in the embellishment kit this month, you'll have these lovely little mini tassels. I just love a tassel to hang on a tag, which is why I had to make the mat a tag rather than just a photo mat. Is my favourite thing. And I'm just adding a little bit of waxed twine there, just again for a bit more texture more than anything. I am having so many glue problems with that bottle of glue. I'm forever leaving the lid off and then I clear the nozzle, but it still seems to get stuck all the time, even though the nozzle doesn't actually appear to have any issues. So it's my own fault for leaving it open. So I'm just trying to work out if I can do anything more with the background. As I say, I kind of procrastinated a lot with this layout. So I've had to chop down quite large sections where I'm just sitting there tapping my fingers. So I think it's got to a point really where I'm going to be doing mostly embellishing, which is my absolute favourite part of a layout. We have so many fantastic embellishments in the kits each month, and I think they're just getting bigger and bigger and better. I think I've been on the team for quite some time now, and I'm just finding, now that everything is exclusive, we get so many things to choose from. It's just wonderful. So while I procrastinate down the bottom, I'm just going to fill in that gap at the top with the flowers. I'm popping some up onto foam tape just to give it a little bit of dimension. You can never go wrong with a little bit of extra dimension, I think. So I'm just adding a little bit of tangled thread. Again, it's very subtle, but in real life you can just pick out that little bit of extra detail. So in the embellishment kit this month, we have got some, let me see, what do they call it? Some puffy stickers, as well as some wooden, no, those are in the main kit, the wooden. So we have so many things, it's just hard to keep up. We have some wooden embellishments as well. So I shall be using those on the tag. And thought for a change, I might set my title vertically down the side of the tag there. So it takes a little bit of messing about, trying to get everything spaced evenly and lined up. But I think this really is a treasured moment. So I'll use the chipboard. I think that is from the main kit. Again, the chipboards I found are layered, so there's frames within frames, so it really does pack a punch when you open the kits. So I'm just trying to find the right embellishments to go inside that frame. And I just like a frame really just as an anchor for my embellishments. So that's always a fun and good idea. Here are those wooden embellishments that I spoke of. They look like they're in the main kit as well. Wow. That main kit is absolutely chock-a-block full of goodies. That's so impressive. So I'm using one of the chipboard elements. I can't see the pictures properly, that's why. And that comes in the embellishment kit, surely. And then those stickers, those are definitely from the embellishment kit. I love the journaling stickers. They're really good cardstock quality. And I found so many good sentiments for my layout. Well, that about rounds everything up. I do hope I've inspired you to take a look at your paper and maybe use it in a different way. I love how it's turned out, and the recipient is absolutely thrilled with it, which has made my day. So thank you so much for joining me. Hit the subscribe button so you keep up to date with all the latest videos from the club, and I will see you on the next video. So take care now. Bye.